Hello students, let's talk about the numericals from chain design. The problem statement goes like this. A chain is required to transmit 5 kW power from a shaft running at 400 rpm with reduction ratio 2.8. The drive operates 10 to 12 hours per day with heavy shocks and provided with drop-in lubrication. Select standard roller chain and find sprocket diameters. Let's write down the data for this. Power given is 5 kilowatt, that is 5000 watt. N1 is 400 rpm. I is 2.8. Duty hours are 10 to 12 hours per day with heavy shocks and drop-in lubrication. Step number 1. To find out the design power, the formula is P is equal to nominal power multiplied by service factor, that is P into Ks. Since Ks is equal to K1 into K2 into K3 into K4 into K5 into K6, this we have taken from PHG 7.76, where K1 represent heavy shock loads, which is given, and the value is 1.5. K2 is 1, which represent adjustable supports. K3 is 1, where A is equal to 30 to 50p. K4 is equal to 1. This is for horizontal drive. K5 is equal to 1 for drop-in lubrication, which was given in the problem statement. And K6 is equal to 1.25. This is the duty hours, which is 10 to 12 hours, again given in the problem statement. Therefore, if I write down Ks is equal to 1.5 into 1 into 1 into 1 into 1 into 1.25, I get the answer for Ks as 1.875. And if I rewrite the formula for P is equal to 5 into 1.875, so the answer for design power is 9.376 kilowatt. Next step is to select Z1 and Z2, where Z1 is number of teeth on the smaller sprocket and Z2 is number of teeth on bigger sprocket. Based on I is equal to 2.8 from PSG 7.74, since I is equal to Z2 upon Z1, so I can write down 2.8 is equal to Z2 upon 25. So I get the answer for Z2 as 70. Here note that Z1 must be always odd. Next step is the selection of standard roller chain, and this we will do with trial and error method. If we refer to PSG 7.72, 7.78 and 7.77, we have the following data, and that we have tabulated here as shown on the slide. We have two options, that is standard chain available is 16A1 and 20A1, for which the pitch is given as 25.4 mm and 31.75 mm. The value of D1 is given with the formula P divided by sine of 120 divided by 21. So for the chain 16A1, the value of D1 is 202.66 mm. That is, D1 is equal to 0.20266 meter. And for the next chain, that is 20A1, the value of D1 is 0.25333 meter. Similarly, the value of velocity is calculated with the formula pi d1 n1 upon 60. So the velocity for 16A1 chain is 4.25 meter per second, and for the chain 20A1 it's 5.31 meter per second. Ft, that is tangential force, is calculated with the formula P upon V. So the value of Ft for 16A1 is 2205.88 Newton, and for the next chain, that is 20A1, is 1765.54 Newton. Bearing area is calculated as 179 mm square and 262 mm square respectively. Next, we have calculated sigma Br with the formula Ft upon A, which is induced stress. The value of bearing stress is calculated for the chain 16A1 and 20A1 as 12.32 Newton per mm square and 6.74 Newton per mm square respectively. Next, we have calculated permissible bearing stress with the formula 102 into Ks into P in kilowatt divided by AV. So the answers for chain 16A1 is 23.57 Newton per mm square, and for the chain 20A1 is 12.89 Newton per mm square. So from the tabular values, we can see that for the chain 16A1, sigma Br is greater than induced value of bearing stress. Hence, the chain is safe. Whereas, in the second case also, the permissible value of bearing stress is greater than induced value of bearing stress. So, this chain is also safe. Therefore, selecting a standard roller chain 16A1, the dimensions of 16A1 are pitch 25.4 mm, roller diameters 15.88 mm, width between the plates 15.9 mm, weight per meter is 2.57 kgf per meter. Step number 4, calculation of the sprocket diameters. So let's first of all find out small sprocket diameter, that is D1. So the formula for D1 is as P upon sine 180 upon Z1, which is nothing but 25.4 divided by sine of 180 upon 25. That gives me the value of D1 as 202.66 mm. Next, bigger sprocket diameter, that is D2. So again the formula is D2 is equal to P divided by sine of 180 divided by Z1. That gives me the value of D2 as 566.15 mm. Next step is to find length of chain. So the formula is A0 is equal to 30 to 50 times P. This we have taken from PSG 7.74, where A0 represent initial center to center distance. Assuming A0 as 40P, so we calculate 40 into 25.4. The answer is A0 is equal to 1016 mm. Next, approximate number of links, that is LP. The formula is LP is equal to 2AP plus Z1 plus Z2 divided by 2 plus Z1 minus Z2 divided by 2 pi whole bracket square divided by AP. This we are referring to PSG 7.75, where AP is equal to A0 upon P, that is 1016 upon 25.4. That gives me AP is equal to 40. So LP is written as 2 into 40 plus 25 plus 70 divided by 2 plus 70 minus 25 divided by 2 pi whole bracket square divided by 40. So the answer for LP is 123.78, which is approximately 130. Note that number of links must be always even. Next, length of the chain L. Now L is given as number of links multiplied by pitch of the chain, that is LP into P. So I can write down L as 120 into 25.4. The answer for L then 3302 mm, that is 3.302 meter. Next is to find out correct center to center distance A. We are referring to PSG 7.75. So the formula given is A is equal to E plus under the root E square minus 8m divided by 4 multiplied by P, where E is nothing but LP minus Z1 plus Z2 upon 2. So with this we can find out E as 82.5 by substituting the value of LP as 130 and Z1 and Z2 as 25 and 70 respectively. And the value of M is Z2 minus Z1 divided by 2 pi whole bracket square. That gives me the value of M as 51.29. Therefore, if I substitute all the values in the above formula of A, I get the answer for A as 1031.71 mm. If in the numerical it is asked to check the actual factor of safety, then the condition is permissible factor of safety should be less than or equal to actual factor of safety. So let's first of all calculate minimum permissible factor of safety, that is N. P is equal to QV divided by 102 into N into Ks. The braking load Q is 5700 kgf, velocity V is 4.25 meter per second, and the Ks is 1.875. The value of P is 9.375 kilowatt. So if I substitute this value in the formula, we get 9.375 is equal to 5700 multiplied by 4.25 divided by 102 into N into 1.875. This gives me the value of N as 13.51. So here note that factor of safety should not be less than this value. Let us now find out actual factor of safety. So the formula is N is equal to Q upon summation of P, where Q is braking load in kgf and summation of P is nothing but the sum of all induced loads, where summation of P is nothing but PT plus PC plus PS, where PT is a tensile load and is given as 102 into P divided by V. PC is centrifugal load and is given as WV square upon G, and the third is PS, which is a sagging load. This is the load due to its own weight and is given by KWA. So if I substitute all this value in the formula, summation of P as 102 into P divided by V plus WV square divided by G plus K into WA, I get the value of summation of P as 245.641 kgf. Therefore, the value of N as Q upon summation of P, that is 5700 divided by 245.642. So I get the value of N as 23.21. So here from the numerical values I can find out that actual factor of safety is greater than minimum permissible factor of safety. Hence, the chain is safe. So dear student, this way we have designed the chain parameters. Thank you.